The night was an inky canvas, painted with the silhouettes of ancient trees that whispered secrets to the moon. In the heart of a quiet town stood a restaurant, forgotten by time, known only as the Midnight Banquet. It beckoned me with its dilapidated charm and tales of spectral feasts that unfolded under the watchful eyes of unseen patrons. The entrance groaned as I pushed open the heavy door, a time-worn relic with the weight of forgotten centuries etched into its grain. The flickering candlelight painted eerie patterns on the walls, weaving a tapestry of shadows that seemed to pulse with a life of their own. The air was dense with the scent of aged wood, as if the very soul of the restaurant had seeped into the walls. The flickering flames cast dancing specters on the vintage wallpaper, images that seemed to tell tales of feasts long past, where the boundaries between this world and the next grew thin. As I settled into a corner, the ambience became a symphony of hushed whispers and the occasional rattle of ancient cutlery. A lone waitress, her eyes pools of darkness, glided towards me. Her presence was silent, almost ethereal, as she handed me a menu that bore names I could barely pronounce, dishes that seemed to have emerged from the cryptic annals of a forbidden cookbook. The waitress spoke in cryptic verses, describing each dish with an unsettling cadence. "Sanguine ambrosia," she murmured, her voice carrying a hint of the macabre, a nectar that draws forgotten memories from your veins. The menu unfolded tales of the inexplicable, courses with names like Shadow's Embrace and Lament of the Lost. The choices were as bewitching as they were perplexing, but curiosity compelled me to order. The ambience grew thicker, the candle flames flickering wildly as if in response to my decision. A sense of unease settled over me, but I dismissed it as mere nerves. The waitress retreated into the shadows, leaving me to the haunting melody of a forgotten piano in the corner. As the first course arrived, I marveled at the presentation, a delicate dance of smoke and mirrors. The taste, however, was a discordant symphony. Flavors shifted and morphed, teasing my senses with echoes of something long gone. As the feast progressed, I became increasingly aware of the din around me. Whispers and murmurs, barely audible, yet pregnant with a weight I could not comprehend. The shadows deepened, taking on shapes that defied reason. I glimpsed phantom patrons at tables adjacent to mine, their faces obscured by veils of time. With each passing course, the boundary between reality and unreality blurred. The room seemed to elongate, its walls stretching into eternity. The air crackled with a spectral energy, and I felt the gaze of unseen eyes upon me. The waitress reappeared, her eyes now two pools of abyssal darkness. "You partake in a feast beyond mortal realms," she intoned, her voice carrying the weight of centuries. "The Midnight Banquet feasts not only on the desires of the living but also on the souls who dare to taste its offerings." A cold shiver raced down my spine as I realized the gravity of my unwitting pact. The feast had ensnared me in its spectral grasp, and I was but a pawn in its spectral charade. The restaurant itself seemed alive, a sentient entity reveling in the communion of the living and the long-forgotten. The final course arrived, a dish named Eclipse of the Eternal. I hesitated, the tendrils of fear tightening their grip. As I lifted the fork to my lips, the restaurant plunged into darkness. The whispers crescendoed, a symphony of tormented souls echoing through the void. In that abyss, I became one with the shadows, a spectral patron of the Midnight Banquet, forever entwined in its timeless dance. The restaurant, a portal between worlds, swallowed me whole, leaving behind only a lingering echo of my mortal self. And so, the Midnight Banquet persisted, a spectral sanctuary where the living dined with the forgotten, and the boundaries of reality dissolved into a tapestry of eternal shadows. The door groaned shut, concealing the macabre feast within, awaiting the next unwitting soul to succumb to its poetic horror. In a forgotten hamlet wrapped in the embrace of perpetual twilight, there stood a relic of forgotten dreams, the Sable Serenity. An enigmatic restaurant, veiled in whispers and shadows, it beckoned with an allure both enticing and unnerving. Legend spoke of a spectral soiree that unfolded under the veil of night, where the living danced with the echoes of the long-departed. The entrance, an arched portal cloaked in ivy, swung open with a phantom breeze. The air within was a tapestry of secrets, woven with the threads of laughter that had faded into the sepulchral silence. Dim lanterns cast dancing shadows, an ephemeral ballet that played upon the time-worn walls. As I ventured further, the ambience swelled with the symphony of phantom melodies, an orchestration that transcended the boundaries of mortal comprehension. The patrons, veiled in gossamer shrouds, swayed to the rhythm of a spectral waltz, their faces obscured by masks that hinted at untold histories. A waitress, her visage concealed beneath a mask of moonlight, emerged from the shadows. "Welcome to the sable serenity," she whispered, her voice a serenade that resonated with the echoes of forgotten love. "Tonight, you partake in the spectral dance, where the living commune with the veiled echoes of yesteryears." The menu, an illuminated parchment adorned with arcane symbols, spoke of courses with names like Luminal Lullaby and Eclipsed Euphony. Each dish promised a journey through the corridors of time, where flavors unfolded like chapters in a ghostly epic. The first course, a whispering zephyr, arrived like an ethereal breeze, teasing the senses with nuances that whispered of distant lands. With each subsequent course, the atmosphere thickened, the lanterns flickering in tandem with the rising intensity of the spectral symphony. The waitress, her eyes pools of enigmatic depths, guided me through the dance of dishes with cryptic narratives that hinted at bygone realms and forgotten passions. The ambience became a cosmic theater, and I, an unwitting protagonist, surrendered to the veiled serenade that enveloped the sable serenity. As the banquet unfolded, the patrons shed their spectral masks, revealing faces etched with the sorrow and joy of ephemeral existence. The air became charged with an energy that transcended the mundane, a current that carried the echoes of laughter and lamentation. The penultimate course, Celestial Embrace, arrived in a haze of incandescent mist. Each bite was a communion with the numinous, a transcendence of the mortal palate into the realms of the sublime. The patrons, now spectral companions, raised ethereal toasts to the veiled serenade that bound us in a collective dance. The final course, a resonant farewell, lingered on the palate like a bittersweet memory. The waitress, her eyes now reflecting the constellations, approached with a parting gift, a vial of stardust that shimmered like the tears of departing constellations. "Return to the world beyond," she whispered, her voice a parting lullaby, "but carry with you the echoes of this spectral soiree. The sable serenity will forever serenade the wanderers who dare to dance with the shadows." As I stepped into the night, the portal closed behind me, sealing the sable serenity in its perpetual dance with time. The celestial dust clung to my skin, a testament to the spectral communion that transcended the boundaries of the mundane. The sable serenity, an ephemeral sanctum, awaited the next seeker of the veiled serenade, where the living could waltz with the echoes of the departed. The legend spoke true, a spectral soiree that unfolded under the eternal shroud, an enigmatic dance that lingered in the recesses of the soul, forever entwined with the mystique of the sable serenity. In a realm where moonbeams whispered secrets to the stars, there stood an enigmatic dining hall, the Eclipsed Elegance. Its facade, a silhouette against the cosmic tapestry, concealed tales of a spectral supper where the ethereal and the corporeal converged in an otherworldly dance. The entrance, an obsidian portal adorned with celestial runes, yielded to my tentative touch. As I stepped into the threshold, the air hummed with a melody unknown, a cryptic sonata that resonated with the unseen forces that governed the enchanted supper. The dining hall, veiled in a celestial glow, beckoned with tables set for a spectral feast. The patrons, faces obscured by veils woven from stardust, conversed in murmurs that harmonized with the cosmic echoes. Lanterns of astral radiance cast a kaleidoscope of shadows, a celestial ballet that unfolded upon the cosmic stage. A celestial muse, clad in robes of cosmic dust, emerged as my guide through the astral banquet. Her eyes, orbs reflecting the constellations, spoke of forgotten constellations and galaxies yet to be discovered. "Welcome to Eclipsed Elegance," she intoned, her voice a harmonic convergence of cosmic whispers. "Tonight, you dine with the enigmatic echoes of celestial souls." The menu, an illuminated parchment written in the language of astral sigils, beckoned with dishes bearing names such as Nebula's Embrace and Lunar Lyric. Each course promised a journey through the cosmos, a gastronomic odyssey that transcended the boundaries of earthly senses. The first course, a stellar prelude, arrived as a cosmic overture, tantalizing the senses with flavors that dance like constellations in the astral expanse. With each subsequent dish, the celestial symphony crescendoed, the patrons becoming part of an ethereal chorus that echoed through the corridors of the cosmos. The celestial muse, her gestures an invocation of celestial energies, led me through the cosmic choreography with narratives that wove tales of celestial love and cosmic cataclysms. The dining hall transformed into an astral amphitheater, and I, a starry-eyed spectator, surrendered to the enchantment of the eclipsed elegance. As the banquet unfolded, the veils of stardust lifted from the patrons, revealing faces that bore the imprints of cosmic tales. The air became infused with a cosmic energy, a celestial current that carried the echoes of astral laughter and the cadence of celestial tears. The penultimate course, a galactic rhapsody, materialized as an infusion of astral flavors that transcended the earthly palate. Each morsel was a communion with the celestial, a gastronomic exploration of cosmic mysteries. The patrons, now celestial companions, raised glasses of celestial nectar to the enigmatic supper that bound us in an astral waltz. The final course, a cosmic farewell, lingered on the senses like stardust settling on the cosmic breeze. The celestial muse approached with a parting gift, a vial of moonbeams that shimmered like the whispers of celestial deities. "Return to your earthly realms," she whispered, her voice a parting sonnet, "but carry with you the echoes of this enchanted supper. Eclipsed elegance will forever serenade the wanderers who dare to dance with the cosmos." As I emerged into the night, the astral portal closed behind me, sealing the eclipsed elegance in its perpetual dance with celestial forces. The lunar dust clung to my skin, a testament to the astral communion that transcended the boundaries of earthly senses. Eclipsed elegance, an astral sanctum, awaited the next seeker of the celestial sonata, where the living could waltz with the echoes of the cosmic. The legends spoke true, a celestial supper that unfolded under the tapestry of the heavens, an enigmatic dance that lingered in the recesses of the soul, forever entwined with the mystique of the eclipsed elegance.